it. The lights. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. You never know.
You're all right. A couple people are leaving, so I'm just waiting for everybody to get situated. Okay. Hopefully you'll be able to see that from here. Well, somebody's going to have to. At least got to try a couple. I know I can always get Rich or somebody.
Well, good afternoon. This is Mike Tillison at the Senior Center. Sheriff John O'Hagan is going to make a presentation.
Oh yeah, right.
Educational materials. I know, I was having trouble getting set up. Okay. So welcome to Police Talk. It's been a couple months. I haven't seen you since last year. That's right. Because we had the Christmas holiday, then last January, the snowman decided to wipe it out, so we missed. So here we are. If you remember last year, I promised you I was going to work on getting a driving simulator here. So I did that. We accomplished it. This is kind of a neat little tool. It's used for multi-purpose. It's used for a variety of people, younger to older, anywhere in between. Okay? Now today this has the capability to do a lot of things. But because of our time, I'm going to kind of shorten some of it. But I will just explain to you a little bit. First thing we're going to have you do is we're going to actually pick a couple people to actually come up and do a little driving. Alright? I'll let you practice. There's a place in practice mode where you put on practice and let you get used to the steering wheel, to the blinkers, and to the gas pedal and the brake. So it's just driving. It's like computerized driving. Then after you got the hang of it, after I watch you maneuver, make your turns, then we're going to start you over again, and we're going to show you what it's like if you do that same driving while you're impaired.
Oh, we don't have to drink, right?
Okay. All right. Now there's actually a place on here I could take it a step further, and again, for time purposes I won't. If we did the distracted driving exercise where a cell phone pops up, and you continue to drive and text. And I can do it one of two ways. One where I put the phone on the screen, or you could actually have your own phone. I tried it. Can't do it. Very, very difficult to do, but they want to just teach you the lesson how distractions can cause accidents. So when I do the impaired, what will happen is, as soon as you have a violation of any type, a little red box will come right up to the corner. It'll say, you swerved, cross the center line, hit the dog, hit a car. Well, it'll go crash. You'll know. If you crash while you're in the impaired, the police are going to come. You're going to hear the lights and siren. And then there's going to be about a 2 to 3 minute educational series that I'll only play that one time. But it takes you through the process. If you get pulled over for drinking and driving, what's going to happen? What are the steps? So you'll have an officer doing some sobrieties. It'll show you going to the. It'll show you going to the court. It'll show you in jail. And then it'll show you, paying the fines and costs at the end. So, I'm going to try to keep this all nice and tucked into a nice little presentation, but I do need a couple people who want to volunteer and try to drive. It's not hard, it just takes just a little bit of getting used to. That's why we have a practice round. Okay, so, I'm just going to show you real quick what to expect. Now, this thing has a tendency to want to move around a little bit. How many people drive with just one foot, your right foot? How many? Some use two? Okay, the only reason I ask is so this don't slide. If you put your left foot on it, and then it's just like driving your regular right foot for stop, okay? Some people do two, and that's fine, but you gotta have some, otherwise this might slide on you, especially when stuff starts happening. I noticed it this morning when our secretary crashed into a building. It wasn't good.
Wasn't that good?
She was laughing so hard though it was hysterical. So. Alright, so this is how it goes. I'm going to do the practice round. Okay? Now it's going to show you what's on the steering wheel. If I want to look left, look right, there's two little red buttons at the top. Okay? Now I'll show you. If I see how I push, it allows me to look left or to the right. All right? This little green arrow tells me the direction I need to go. So there's a gas pedal down here, so when I start that gas pedal, and I'm only going 10 miles an hour right now because I really don't want to mess up on my very first one. Because you guys would all laugh. So then you come to these intersections, this is where it's real dicey. And you gotta stop. That's tight. Come off. Now I can't really see very good here, can I? I can't see, but if I do this, oh, there's nothing. Oh, there's a stop sign. Now there's 2 cars coming. There's nothing there, so I just got to worry about those 2. Well, he was the first one there, right? So he should get to go before me. And now he's turning, so I should get to go. I'm gonna have to retighten the steering wheel because it just came loose. And that's not good. Now you'll have dogs running out. You'll have pedestrians. And again, I've done nothing wrong. If I do something wrong, you'll see. I'll hit the curb. Whoops. Whoa.
That's not my car.
Okay. Hold on. I got to tighten that up a little more yet. I didn't want to tighten it too much and break it, but I guess I didn't tighten it enough. Because you really want to grab onto it. You do.
Just like defensive driving.
Okay. Lock that in. All right. It still wants to. Hold on. Let's get a better grip on this.
Hey, I think there's a cop car pulling up there behind you.
Move along, move along.
Driving. We're going to try something a little different here. Get it all the way up there.
They say in Detroit.
It still wants to stay loose.
I need a cable with solid bottom.
What about that table you're at? Two of these round tables might be better, John.
I don't think so. They say the square one because the round one doesn't let you.
Pretty thin around.
Okay.
Better.
I think that's better.
Okay, I see.
Okay. So did I show you enough?
Yeah, bro.
You kind of get the idea? And it's showing what I did right there. I drove in the bike lane. Okay.
You want some duct tape for your floor?
Okay, so we're in practice mode. I gotta have a volunteer.
You got some duct tape for that.
Oh, to kind of put it?
Yeah.
You could probably do that. That probably wouldn't hurt it.
Put it right across the whole thing.
Yeah, that might help. Because I know you get excited because you push hard and...
For 5 minutes.
Huh?
I'll do it just for 5 minutes.
3 minutes is good.
If I'm too short, I can't do it. I'm just telling you, driver, brake.
Yeah.
Okay, driver, brake.
Okay, so again, you're going to want to start out really slow. We're going to do the on practice. Okay, so those will be your turn signals. If you pull it for you, it'll
Okay,
turn left
gotcha.
or turn right.
Okay.
And the top red ones are look left and look right. Those are the only
Do I
buttons you got
have
to worry
to
about.
hit
Only if you want to look. When you get to an
Oh, okay.
intersection, that's probably when you want to do it.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
I gotta have my foot in the gas. You
Yeah?
ready?
Yep, and so we're nice and slow. Oh, you're going kind of fast.
I think I'll start over.
I think that might be a good idea.
Give me a ticket.
Okay, go ahead. Take off again. Just nice. But you'll see your speed here too. See, you're up to 7, 8 miles an hour. So take it nice and slow.
speed?
Start turning. It's right there. 6, 7. Keep. You gotta turn the car though.
Oh, there I pulled out of it.
Yeah, you gotta get used to the wheel.
You might
Watch.
have to get, what happened?
It'll come back. All right, here we go.
Start over, it's just pedals.
Gotta go which way that arrow's pointing.
Go. Yeah, you want to start to turn. So start turning a little bit. Start turning. The arrow's turning. Turn, turn, turn. There you go.
Oh, gotcha.
There you go. Now bring it back. There's the arrow.
Gotcha.
Because you got cars coming the other way. There you go. Oh, you got this now.
Oh, yeah, now I gotta hit the brake though.
Yeah, when you get to the stop sign, you want to make sure you stop.
Get over there, how quick?
Well,
Well, not too quick.
stop. You got a little ways to go yet there.
What?
Oh, man. I'm sorry, this thing doesn't stand
Well, why not put
good.
it on my lap?
Because it won't work good. No. I don't know why I can't get it to stay. We did it all morning this morning and it worked great.
It's my pride.
Okay. Keep it right there. Is it all the way up snug?
Pretty good. I won't push her. Okay, I don't want to see you.
You're fine. Okay. All right. Don't drink or don't text. Okay, that should be good.
Okay, you ready?
You're going to be
What's the
turning.
speed limit? What's the speed limit? 25?
Yeah, I don't think it'll go more. It'll only go so fast. So.
Oh, okay. I gotta get on the other side.
Yeah, you want to stay in your lane. There you go.
Okay. Pretty easy once you get in.
Yep, because you want to turn coming up. So you'll have to turn your blinker on when you come up.
Where's the blinker?
That's that silver button right here. This one will tell you to turn. Once you
Oh.
pull it, see the blinker comes on.
I don't need it, I'm not turning.
Well, the arrow tells you should turn.
Oh, okay.
Here's an intersection. You can't see. You might want to look over here with this button to see what's over.
Oh,
Nothing.
gotcha, okay.
Because if you pull out front of a car, it's not good news.
Okay, so I'm ready to go.
You're ready? Unless another car came since we
Yep,
were.
there's a car. This is a little bit. I'm a good driver. I am a good driver.
Well, look what happened now. The police just pulled you over. Because you cut somebody off in the wrong
We'll
way.
let somebody
All right,
else.
well, okay.
I did my share.
Come on. Gentle on the pedal. That shows your speed. You don't have to go fast.
I'm sorry. I'm
So
gonna
turn the
go
wheel,
watch.
you'll see how it turns. See? Get a feel for the wheel. Coming. There you go. Bring her back. There you go.
You're not.
Okay, so you're swerving a little bit. So don't
It's
swerve.
hard to see the road.
You're gonna hit the curve probably. You're right next to it. Okay.
Okay, you want to stop and stop.
Yeah. Now the arrow saying you want to turn up here.
Okay, so where's the one?
It's the silver thing. Just pull it towards you. There's your blinker. Now you got traffic over there. You got traffic.
Okay, yep, how do you look?
So there's a little red button up the top. Push that button, it'll show you what's there.
Oh.
And it's a stop, so you gotta take turns
now
going.
twice
Well, you tell me.
Well, no.
Driver's ed, remember? A couple of years ago?
Gotta go.
Oh, I never had that. They didn't.
It's hard to steer this thing.
You guys, we're not even on the drunk yet. We're totally sober. It's really hard because this keeps coming off.
Here's the only one that can do it, right here.
Do I have to have a youngster, a 10, 11-year-old
That's
kid?
because they're used to the video games.
That's right.
All right. I'm holding this down right now, too, so it's...
Okay, now it should be my turn if he lets me go. Wait, I'm gonna hit him. Oh,
You know what? Get out of that chair for a minute.
You're trying to turn it.
Like the Church of Caliber with you. Let's go get the wooden table and bring it out.
If we had another table, maybe, for some reason, this just is not grabbing.
My first ticket.
So what kind of table is she gonna bring? A little card table? Yeah, wait till you're impaired.
This one's got a lip underneath it.
That one's just too fat though, my thing only comes down so far.
Can't even begin to text.
Oh, she's turning the
Can't believe it
entire
doesn't look to
table.
that. It looked like it fit perfect.
Coming through.
All right.
I didn't know it was gonna be this entertaining amount of selling tickets.
Now, let's see if this makes a difference.
This is sound, so sure, it's a primer, right?
Well,
After that crash.
the cords are, I'm gonna have to actually run this.
Well, it's hard too to see.
Yeah.
Roll, I mean, you know what I mean? You're
Yeah.
turning too early.
Right, right.
Turning too late. It's hard.
Oh, yeah.
And you don't close.
Right, right.
Okay, hold your end. I got it. I'm gonna come up, Nance.
You're stronger than Yeah, I know what you're doing.
Nope, yeah. Perfect. Okay.
Sleeping right behind you. Now everybody doing that.
Be sure you have the totally drunk button on.
Oh, boy.
Hey, you were the bus driver.
Phew, I think we got it. That's a pretty firm seal. Okay. All right, Nancy, no excuses now.
You want your vote in the next election, okay?
Ready? Stay over here like now.
You don't have close yard to the curb.
I think that's for that first swing, but you're all right.
Wait, but you don't have close yard to the curb.
Well, you don't have to get that close. You're really looking.
Well, how do you know?
Keep going.
Okay. Too close to something like
Oh, you're
that.
good. Okay. Front of the car, right ahead. It's coming. That blue one just raced in there. He's waiting for you. What? Well,
No, he's not. He's not waiting for me.
remember the rules of the road.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Oh, did you see him? He was gonna hit me.
You didn't. You're doing good.
Oh, give me a ticket.
How can you get on that wheel?
Are you sure you don't got super drunk on here? Faye, you try it. Just try it and see how hard it is.
Where's this young man? Watch this.
Watch him. He'll girl. You try it.
Hey, how old?
Did you try? John, didn't you test drive cars?
Okay. All right, so these are your turn signals. If you want to turn, you got to just pull it towards you. If you want to look at the angle, you just push that top button to the side. Okay? So give it real light gas. You don't have to give heavy because it'll take off. You're going to start turning because that arrow's telling you to turn. There you go. Good. We haven't even got downtown yet.
Oh, driver. Yes, he is.
Good.
Oh, you got this stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
You made it around the turn.
Yes. Wow. He's doing wonderful.
This is what it's like.
Just wait till
This
you
is what
drive
it's
slowly,
like to
Mark.
drive sober.
Better give him the license.
It's a young man's world, what can we say?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I've done it. We had,
He's got her down.
we had one of these in there. Yeah. And that was
Okay,
for
so-
half a semester, we got half credit in our driver's license.
He can drag you around. Yeah.
Now this next part is going to be the easiest part.
Oh, what is it, four-way?
I said, that's cool.
Okay, so you're going to want to turn up here when you get to the stop sign. Best turn I've seen so far. Deputies hit the wall.
Oh.
Feel good. You're going 16. Give it a little more gas. There you go. Now you're going 20. Watch out for those cars pulling out in front of you. I think you're in Manistee right now.
You're doing wonderful.
We don't want to go to Traverse City, kiddo.
Hit the brake. Stop sign.
Oops.
Go, you ran.
I'm a bad driver.
All right, ran a stop sign a little bit.
Is he still got it on regular driving?
Yeah. So you kind of got the hang of this, right?
Wonderful.
Mitchell, you got the hang of this?
I'd say he's going about 30 miles an hour now.
Uh-oh.
Red
That's some
light.
activity.
Green. You can go. Wow.
Nice
Oh
job.
my God.
Nancy, what's so hard about this? You only rolled one stop sign so far.
No crashes.
Yeah.
20 miles an hour, he's in the screw, he's doing good.
He is really good.
All right, you ready to step up the game and have a couple beers before you're 21? Yeah, you go, sure.
That'll be interesting.
All right,
Great.
let's exit out. Now again, with this one, I'm surprised we haven't seen a dog or people walking because they just come out.
Yeah, they're too smart to come out with
Now,
the
when
first
he
truck.
crashes here, if and when he crashes, then the police part's going to come in. I'm going to let that play. Okay?
Yeah.
All right, you ready? You're actually going to be giving your buddy a ride home.
Oh, it's a designated
Or
driver.
grandma here. Take grandma home.
Hey, what's going on? Thanks for picking me up. Let's get going.
Stop sign. Oh, stop sign. You're okay. Oh, you're getting pulled over too. So okay, it's going to go through a thing right now. This is what to expect.
I smell an odor of alcoholic beverage coming from the interior of the vehicle. Do you mind putting your car in park and stepping out for me, please?
You been drinking, son?
Okay, we're going to do a field sobriety test. Based on the way you comprehend and perform these tests, determine whether or not you may be arrested for driving while I'd like to explain and perform the test for you.
They went up some.
If you don't understand the test, let me know. Don't start any of these tests until I ask you to. You understand that? Good. Follow the tip of my finger with your eyes. Don't move your head. Okay, follow it up this way.
That's a nystagmus tech. They look for an involuntary jerking in your eye that you have no control over. So the more alcohol you have, the more your eyeball bounces.
Do me a favor. Turn around. Place your hands behind your back.
You get the new bracelets.
Good driver.
Hey, grandma to bring you cake.
You're going to have to get some aid from somewhere now.
No, I'm trying to.
Pull your cheeks wide apart. Roll down so I can hear down.
Did they cuff him?
Yeah.
Now they're giving the instructions in the jail.
Okay. They put your hands behind your back. Is that what they do? That's kind of painful.
They're going to put you in this little locked room.
Oh my God.
And if you listen to what he says, I know it's hard to hear.
This is good for kids to watch.
We do it for kids
Oh,
too.
that's great.
Don't cover the camera, don't bang on the door. That's what he's saying.
You're locked in there alone.
You entered a plea of guilty to
Alone.
Now you're entering a guilty plea at court.
Now is the time for the judgment and sentence. I have considered the information that has been presented, but this morning I will sentence. Sentence is imposed as follows. You are committed to 3 years.
3 years probation.
During that
Yeah, you'll
time,
have
you will be
to
on the standard terms and conditions of probation for this offense. They include an order that you obey all laws. You're to serve 5 days in the county jail.
Serve 5 days in jail?
How many? 5?
5 for your first time.
Balance on the sheriff's.
Not fair.
Your driver's license is suspended for 3 years.
Suspend your license for 1 year.
Drinking, driving, alcohol education program.
Take alcohol education classes.
$1,000 and you're directed to surrender your driver's license today. That is the order of the court. You are ordered to report before the sheriff's work release program tomorrow at 9 o'clock.
I must say, we're really excited
This is a good part.
about the possibility of bringing you on board with us to work
for a company. Your skills and background are a terrific match. I know you're going to be excited about it, and it's a great opportunity for advancement for you. So before we go forward, I just need to get one more thing. As you know, this position requires driving, so we're going to need a copy of your driving record, which can be obtained from the Department of Motor Vehicles. And on there, we're looking for things like if somebody has a DUI or reckless driving or other serious conviction. That's what we're looking for on there. We do have limits to what we can accept on there. So will that be a problem for you?
Yes.
Yep. That would be a problem.
Is there a fine? Do you have to pay money out too? How
It's,
much?
in Manistee, it's $1,200.
Oh, I was just curious.
Wow.
That's your fees. That's not your attorney cost necessarily.
Holy cow.
Okay, so that'll be the only time I do that. But I'm here to tell you, the impaired, the wheel does even get tighter. So it catches you off guard a little bit, but that's what happens when we're drinking. We think we can handle it, and it's just a little bit different.
How
So,
many drinks do they consider you to be off for driving?
well, everybody varies. So,
Oh, so.
I mean, where somebody has 2 or 3 beers, if they're real tiny in stature,
Yeah.
it could affect them. Where a big burly guy like myself, it might take a little bit more. But,
Oh, okay. So how
why
much,
is everybody laughing at that? I didn't think.
how much should they be drinking when they go to place? I'm thinking of my family.
Well, like I always tell people, I mean, if someone goes and they have,
Like they go watch a
every
football
drunk
game.
driver you pull over, when you ask them how many, they always say 2.
Yes,
But
yeah.
I always say what? 2 gallons?
Yes, yes.
2 cases? Do what?
Yeah, yeah.
But really, if you go and have dinner and have a glass of wine, a can of beer, or even 2 beers and you sit over an hour, you're going to be okay. It's just, you can't sit and have the 3rd one, then the 4th one, and I think you're just going to go drive.
Yeah.
You can't. It's got to have its time mathematically to work its way out of your system.
See, I like to be able to tell my family I need something.
Yeah. And again, everybody's
I don't
so
drink,
different.
so.
Wouldn't it be fun if we could just have everybody drink to see how drunk they would get? You'd be like, oh man, like my mom, my cheeks are all red. After I have a glass of wine, right?
That is so interesting. I'm really glad to see that.
I need a driver. Come on up. Come on.
Tell us what happens with the cell phone.
Okay.
Because that's really a lot.
The cell. Okay, I'll show you the cell phone, and it's almost
When you're ready.
No, that's fine.
I think that's very important because so many people text and drive.
It is. So I'm going to have it because I have my phone with me, but I'd have to sync it to this. So I'll have the phone pop up right on the screen.
So I can yell at my kids and say,
And I'll
"Don't
just show
text.
you what it will
Don't
do."
text while you're driving me." You know how kids are.
So I'll have
Grandchildren.
So when he tells me to call somebody, a phone will just pop up here, and you're supposed to drive and do that. It's pretty hard.
Okay, yeah,
But again, texting is hard when you're
yes.
I do this all the time.
that's right, yeah. Thing is, these kids think they can do it all the time. That's trying to convince them.
Look at that stop.
Yeah, beautiful.
Nothing coming. Come on, this man. It's coming in a minute.
Man, your seatbelt is so comfortable.
One-handed, see?
Whoa. Hold
I
on.
can't believe my car got broken into again. I took my new phone.
Oh, you use one foot for both pedals?
Broke right through the window like last time.
Is that what we're supposed to be doing today?
Rain started.
I didn't know that.
Can you use your phone?
See,
to
there's
call
the
my boss
phone.
and tell
Oh.
him, hey, watch out.
Oh, I just ran a stop sign.
Phone, call my boss and tell him I'm on my way.
Oh, there's a cat. Whoa.
Oh, gee.
Wait, hang up. There's a soccer ball. Oh, I just hit the ball.
Just type in, hey, it's Mark.
I thought we're supposed to hit Ken.
And see, that's what I'm saying. There's people everywhere. It's just, you can't text and drive. It's just too hard.
No, it's impossible. So they
But
shouldn't
I'll show you
do
what
it.
happens if you hit somebody. Let's see if she goes to walk when I go. You gonna go? Nope, she's waiting. Oh,
Oh,
I missed her. Oh, I hit her. Oh, I'm gonna stop too.
prison forever.
But that's kind of,
Wow.
Wow.
Vehicular manslaughter.
Oh, no, it's vehicular manslaughter.
It is the time.
Oh.
Yikes. That's not good.
I didn't know we were supposed to drive with one foot. Is that correct? I never had driver's training in my time.
Some people do too, but the majority are just 1 foot, back and forth.
No. So I
And
should
mind you,
switch?
I used to work with a deputy, my partner, years and years ago.
Yeah.
She sat like this,
Oh.
and had a cigarette in hand, and she drove. And she was 5 feet tall,
Wow.
and she did a great job. Don't ask me how.
So really, should you switch to 1 foot if you've been doing 2 all your life?
Probably not.
I'm going to be
Drive the way
80.
you
I mean,
drive.
gee.
Yeah.
Time to change. No, she doesn't want to see me on the street.
You ready to try?
Yeah, she
Give it
is.
a try.
All right, you want to be drunk right away, or do you want to practice?
Or do you want to text?
No, I want to practice.
All right, let me get you out of this and get you in practice.
Oh, I can imagine.
It might not be too close because you might not be able to extend your leg into that pedal. Okay, so your turn signals are these things. You can just pull them towards you. And then if you want to look to the right or look to the left, just push the top red button when you're at an intersection. Hold the wheel and you give it gas and you do what the arrow tells you. There you go. Yeah, bring her back a little bit. You're good. Because there's no line here. See, you were in oncoming traffic technically, but there's no line, so we'll pass on that.
She's doing okay.
Stop sign. I'm gonna get this car. It's building. It is. Boy.
You look like you're impaired.
I think so.
Wait till we do the impaired.
Oh dear.
You got it. You're doing good.
I'm not going very fast.
Stay under control.
I agree with Nancy though. You don't know how close you are to it.
Right. This next turn is the tricky one. Although Mitchell did it perfect. There you go, your blinker, good. Nothing coming, you didn't really look?
No, I didn't.
There's reverse. There's reverse.
Okay. You bet. Thank you.
Very entertaining. Gotta have a little fun.
Oh, you betcha. Yeah, 2 of them.
So what I'm gonna try to get here, and I don't know if it'll be next month, I'm gonna try, they have a seatbelt simulator. So you actually sit, and it shows going so many miles per hour, 5, 10, 15, and on an instant stop, what
Yeah, I
you
did.
want.
I reached for it, but I.
So
Oh.
that's pretty neat too.
Oh. That was a mic. Stop me.
I should have took a picture, there was all those crash things on there. Oh man, I messed up. Okay, now don't go away. Because now, same thing, but we're going to make you impaired.
Oh boy.
And if you saw what it was like regular.
I won't last long.
Hey, what's going on? Thanks for picking me up.
Nothing.
Let's get going. Thanks again for taking me home. It's been hard for me to get rides to work and back since I took my license already, especially when I have to work late.
Are you okay?
Last week I had to have my mother take me. I was so embarrassed. Come on, drive normal. I'd like to get there alive. Last week I had to have my mother take me.
He's awful sexy.
You didn't make it very far.
I didn't say you think I'd get very far.
Can I see your driver's license?
No.
Okay, you didn't make it very far.
No.
I think Mr. Tillotson over there probably have this down pat.
Can I put your car in park and set it out for me, please?
I know, but some,
Okay,
We'll visit you.
I thought that
Will
takes
ya?
you automatically
Oh,
off,
thank
but
you,
that's
Vicki.
Anybody else want to try? Oh, that's good. See that? That's good.
Vicki, you don't want to try? No?
John, when you get pulled over, convicted of drunk driving or impaired, let's say first offense or second, what can you expect the cost to be? A fine? A lawyer's not going to be doing any good, right?
Oh, I don't ever want to say that. I mean, you want to have the best defense you can. So it's not that they won't do you any good. A lot of times there's a chance you might be able to get a plea bargain. Maybe instead of a full drunk driver, you might get impaired. So basically you're kind of cutting the cost down maybe in half. Approximate. I'm just kind of...
So let's say, whatever your clever plan is, it didn't work any better than drunk driving. What are your fines and stuff going to be?
Well, again, so like a 93-day misdemeanor, your first time you're looking at roughly $1,000, $1,200. Now, if you get a second offense, that's up to a year in county jail. And now, of course, the fines and costs, the probation, everything's up there. You know, and the probation is the hard part because that's when you're not allowed to go into establishments that sell alcohol by the glass when you're on probation. So you have to stay away from that altogether, which is very difficult. Because just a restaurant you might go to, if they serve alcohol, you're on probation, you're not supposed to be there. Try that for 3 years. And if you get a drunk driving second or third, it might be 5 years probation. It's up to the judge. It is, it's hard. Very difficult. But think of this, if you don't drink and don't drive, you never worry about that.
Yes.
Isn't that simple? Hey, easy formula. That's what I think.
Right.
Anybody else want to give it a shot while it's up? Ruth? You sure? Rich? See, everyone, it made it look like it was hard. It's not that hard. Way to go, Nancy. Way to scare everybody away.
I was the only one. Well, I want to try using one foot to drive with now. I just walk my car.
Well, do it on maybe like a side road, where just so you can see. Because that is the norm.
I have no idea.
Yeah. It's not a matter of changing, it's just how they teach it when it's taught. I mean, some people do it too. It's not a right or wrong, it's not a law, it's not a rule.
Oh, it's not a law.
No. Continue to drive when you're comfortable.
That you know has to put on the brake when you're going.
Well, this is done, they put this at the county fair. They let a lot of kids do it. They use it in driver's training a little bit, just to show them the texting part. They'll have them use their own phone, because you got to pull that phone out and then drive.
Oh.
Well, it's hard enough to drive this without having that distraction.
You know what the big thing is? Learning the signs.
Right.
One way.
Yep.
All this stuff.
Yep.
I had to go actually in the Secretary of State, they had books. And I didn't do that and really read it at my age to make sure I knew those signs.
Yeah.
You know.
There's a bunch of them.
Yeah. I did it before I took my driver's test.
I remember when I taught that AARP course years ago, that's one of the sections over all the different signs, and it's a good refresher, because there's so many of them.
Do they still offer that?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
See, my husband, we had to take some keys away from a highway, and that was a big issue.
Yep. There's a segment in that class how to do that too, and
Oh, that was
there's a,
tough.
it is, it's not
He got so
easy.
upset, he tried to get his kids to take it.
Uh-huh.
And then finally, when Emily come in, I eyed the lady and I said, like this, because I hadn't taken the test to see if he could drive properly in order to continue to driving the carcasses. So all this is really important. Giving up the keys, all this stuff.
It is. One of the toughest things you'll ever do.
Yep.
Hey, John,
Anybody else? Yes.
some of these people might have learned how to drive with a team.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. When the old, it was on the column too, the old shifter, you know?
Well, yeah, that's what, and when I drove, there was brake, clutch, and gas.
Right. Now what do you do when you only have 2 feet? You got 3 pedals down there. Huh?
Mine does too.
All right, so nobody else wanted to give it a shot? Anybody with any other questions on anything?
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
I came up Florida.
Okay.
Got a DUI and OE.
Okay.
Still driving with no license.
Okay.
They told I went through all the steps, paid all my fines, went through all the classes. The judge did not order an interlock installed in my car.
They usually don't on a first offense.
But I had too many points. So, Tallahassee, what made me get interlock.
Okay.
I went to get my license, and I can't get a license. I can't even buy a car. They said I have to buy a car, have the interlock installed, have it inspected. Once all that's done, then I can go through the getting a license part.
Okay. The only way that would be true is if it was ordered by a judge.
The judge, I asked the judge for a special hearing, so we hear my case on it. And I was